Hello goobers, I Fletch So Hard here, and today I will be doing an account progression update video. It's been multiple months since I made my last one, but I felt like, why not just make a quick little update account progression video for those who may be curious. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. So I currently have 178 days and 22 hours put in this account. To be fair, a lot of that is AFK, but a lot of it is also not AFK. I probably have with confidence say at least 1,700 hours bare minimum of that is not AFK. But when I do AFK, it's usually, of course, I put my account in AFK zone. But besides that, let's go ahead and get right into the bank. So for our first tab, we got right at the top, we got our best in slots for melee in Magic, and we have semi-best in slot range. I'm still missing full Sylvan, but I won't be going for that until I'll be only going for that naturally through completing the Sylvan collection log. Big thing here is the Collector's Ring Plus. I got the Collector's Ring off a Spoon crate from the Halloween event, and then spent 100 bill for a Christmas signet. So that's pretty cool. Very helpful ring for sure. We got all our best in slot Slayer helms. Not too useful right now outside of the Deadeye, but that's not too big of a problem. I'm sure they'll make it more useful eventually. But besides that, we got our full Sylvan, which is best in slot for dragons. We got all our best in slot hearts, which boost our stats up pretty high. We got the Serpent Strike, very nice weapon, even after the nerf. We got the Relic of Recoil, which I don't really use at all. In fact, I don't use it all anymore. Still pretty cool to have, though. We got our 505 bill cash. We got our Slayer Ring, 5% crit and 5% luck ring, both best in slots, respectively. Bolt Crusher and Gilded Urn we have, but I do not use those anymore since I did get the Christmas Signet attachment to my Collector's Ring, which already give those effects. So we got our imbued Saganoth rings, look pretty cool. We got our scrolls, we got our cards, range cards, and melee cards really looking good. But yeah, I've been collecting multi-cards ever since I started opening fortune tokens. I do not want to use them until a really good Tribrid update comes out. More likely than not, I'll use it for raids. Besides that, we got our food, and then down here we got our pets. We currently have 37 pets as of right now, and all of them are not from the pet crates. I do not have any pets, and I'm only missing a few really big ones, such as like the Donator Dragon ones. What else? The Superior Slayer one, Konar pets I'm missing, and the TD bosses, and some of the World bosses ones. But those are the really big ones, of course. All the more reasonable ones you can get. I have it. We got our special little custom pet that Jesse so kindly made for me, the Murloc. So we got our keys, we got our mystic tickets, etc., etc., etc. Components, which I don't really break down. I mean, I'll break it down, but they're not very useful anymore, just because I have 120 invention. I guess that's helpful for like 200 mil XP though. But besides that, we got our Barrows, Saganoth, etc. Bunch of etceteras, stuff to break down right there. Nothing too crazy outside of the stuff at the top, I'd say. As for the next tab, we got our mount and skilling supplies. So we got the broom mount from the Halloween event and the sled from the Christmas event. And if you don't know, mounts give infinite run energy when worn. So very helpful. They look pretty goddamn cool. Like, let's check one out. Yeah, looks pretty nice. I think I like this sled mount the most, to be honest. For ones that I have, at least. Besides that, we got the best in slot pickaxe, best in slot axe, and harpoon. Got the infernal variants too. Got the smoldering stone placeholder for when they do drop infernal harpoon in this game finally. But yeah, besides that, we just got skilling shit right here. We got all our skilling outfits here, nicely organized with our lamps. And then from here on out, we just got supplies. Definitely got a very nice, healthy amount of supplies for helping me go towards the 200 mil all grind slash level 120 all, of course. Lots of vials of water. I'm definitely good for 200 mil, that's for sure. For that at least. And then at the very bottom, we got our strong boxes, which I open those. Probably once every like few weeks to a month, just when I get a bunch of them. And then this tab is just gonna be our etc. tab. Really big stuff is gonna be at the top. Tokens for donor dragons. I use I use AFK tokens constantly for those lamps. I just buy agility lamps currently, but yeah, I love AFK zones. Such OP, so OP for XP, even for CMs. But yeah, we got our bunch of ruins, which I am just stockpiling for when they do end up dropping an update that makes ruins a lot more useful. But even then, it's still very useful for opening strong boxes, especially. We got our event foods, which I will like using for new updates that are difficult to do. For example, I use quite a few candy corns when they drop Thalos. We got our cosmetic samurai sets from the donator zones, but I still need my Elysian one, which I'll have within the next few weeks for sure. Got our bunch of etc., nothing too crazy. The stuff down here I'll just give away to new players just whenever I get bored with what I'm doing. And at the very bottom we got our discontinued event tokens, event currency. So in this tab, just very simple potions tab. I'm not going to waste too much time on it. Just take a look at it real quick if you want to. A lot of magic potions from Herblore. But besides that, let's go ahead and get into what perks I've unlocked. So with the combat ones, I've got a lot of progress already, but it's definitely nowhere near close to being done. We did fully max out Sage's Might though, which is very nice. Just got that done with today actually, which is really cool. We got 1 out of the 5 upgrades for the Sniper's Focus, and then 2 of the, I'm assuming 5 upgrades for the Swift Strike. Nothing else for these though. And then for the miscellaneous, only got 1 out of 5 for the high rollers. I'm going to be working on the MISC tab after I fully complete this tab. I've decided. What does this one do? Yeah, I don't know if I'll get this one. Maybe I will at the very end. Same with the auto swap. These are a little bit niche for an account like mine. But for the major or the bona fide, I'll definitely not be going for those. Unless I literally have nothing to spend a bunch of cash on, then maybe I will. Just because it's not even niche. It's literally useless. Because I have the Collector's Ring, Christmas Collector's Ring, which gives the effect of these, like I said earlier. But besides that, let's go ahead and get to the stats. So, very good looking stats. We got our 200 mil all combat related. Outside of that, we got a bunch of 120s. Like I said, one of my goals is 120 all slash 200 mil all. 150 mil Slayer, AoE Slayer on here is very overpowered, especially for the higher ranks like Elysian and Olympian. But yeah, besides that, let's go ahead and get into the collection log. So got all the zones completed, and the Sagonoths, as well as Fluffy, Gyarados, and as far as these logs, I don't have too much of it completed. Still got a fair amount of kills in though, of course. All 63 upgrades from the invention table. Fully completed the Tazar challenges, the 5 caves. That was quite a painful grind. Went 4 extra high on my normal 5 caves, but hey, at least I got spooned on my Molten Jad. That's glad for that, because Molten Jad 5 caves is the most painful one to do. It's the least AFK. Got all my Barrow's pets. Went a little dry on my Carol, but after that it kind of just picked up, I feel like. But yeah, around 800 of those I'd say are 100% chests, if you guys are curious. What else do we got here? The other tab. So 2200 KC crystal, 2200 crystal keys open to complete the log. Shooting stars log I completed quite quickly, unnaturally quickly, to be honest. But Kenta creatures log, this is what it's looking like. Still stacking up more and more each and every day, because I do keep up with my AoE Slayer, and I'm able to do around 700 a day. So yeah, looking pretty good. Besides that though, I mean, I'll just show you my achievements really quick. Just gonna keep it quick and simple. I have all of them done. They recently dropped the Thalos one, but I already had that auto completed because I had 200 KC at the time. But besides that, the last thing I need to get into with you guys is what are my goals for this account, both short-term, mid-term, and long-term. So as far as the goals that are more short-term that I really want to focus on is I want to get all the useful perks maxed out. Just because, it's just such good DPS, and I feel like that is, if I want to get more DPS on the account, that's the best thing I could do as of right now. But after I get all those perks done, I'm going to work on completing the Thalos collection log, and at the same time grinding for that full Sylvan set off Thalos. So that'll be fun. It's probably going to take, I'm assuming, at least 100, 150 hours to do. But it's an awesome boss, so that'll be fairly easy. 5,000 rank is another goal of mine for sure. I've never donated a single dollar on the server. Don't plan to either. But yeah, I'll have that one day in the long distant future. But definitely want to get it one of these days. As far as other goals, like I said earlier in the video, I want to get base level 120, which is going to be 2.868 billion experience. So I'm about 440 million experience off that. So I would probably say I have to do at least another 250 hours of skilling if I want to get to that goal. Besides that, I want to also complete the old T80 collection logs ultimately. But as for the T80, as for Nyraxis and Mewtwo, I don't want to complete those for quite a long time, just because I'm more worried about getting 5k rank and perks maxed out than anything else really. But besides that, like I said, I want to get 200 mil all. I want to complete all shiny Pokemon eventually and get a Trill GP. As for those two goals, those are the goals that I have on this account that I'm only going to work on if I have literally all other of my goals complete on this account. So yeah, I mean, it's likely I won't even ever touch those, but maybe one of these days. I know I'm technically speaking working on all shiny Pokemon right now, just because I do keep up with my daily AoE Slayer, which by the way do give superiors, even though you're out of the Konar Cave. But yeah, besides that, thank you for watching, and I hope you goobers have a good rest of your day. Peace out, homies.